Hi! Due to the way YouTube works, I want to make a quick announcement before this video. If you like this video, please consider hitting the like button or leaving a small comment. It really helps. If you feel like helping even more, you can check my Patreon or Ko-fi accounts. All the links are in the description box. Thank you! Greetings! In today's video, I'll be taking a look at Royal Talens Rembrandt watercolors. As some of you may already know, Rembrandt is Royal Talens' professional range, while Van Gogh is their student range. I've reviewed the Van Gogh set of 12 colors in the past, and I was curious to take a look at this professional Rembrandt set of 12 colors to see how they compare. The set came in a really nice, thick cardboard box. There are two 12 colors sets from Rembrandt. One comes in a plastic case and one in a metal tin. I chose the metal tin as I've had weird experiences with plastic cases before. The tin looks like the standard thing, and I know I'm okay with that. The set also comes with a small, collapsible, size 4 sable hair round brush. As I unwrapped the pans, I took out the Van Gogh set I have to see if they use the same pans. Both sets seem to use the same basic pans for the paints. The Rembrandt pans are labeled with an R, followed by a number. I also took out my portable painter to see if the half pans could match, but they are not quite a match. The bases of the pans are very similar, but the Talens pans are a bit larger at the top. I wanted to check if the Rembrandt tin was just like all the other tins I have. It's a bit different actually. It is less deep, for one, and the panel with the extra mixing space has no edges to keep the puddles contained. That also means that the edges are sharp, so that's a thing to keep in mind to avoid small injuries. A last note about the panel is that it stands out straight and doesn't reach the table when laid out. The next step was to swatch the colors and see what this selection has to offer. The colors in this set are Cadmium Yellow Lemon, Cadmium Yellow Deep, Cadmium Red Medium, Permanent Madder Lake, Ultramarine Deep, Cerulean Blue, Permanent Green, Viridian, Yellow Ochre, Burnt Sienna, Sepia, and Payne's Gray. They get extra points for not including black and white paints in a professional set. This set has a split primary triad, meaning a cool and warm version of red, yellow, and blue, as well as 2 convenience greens, 3 earth tones, and 1 gray. It's also one of the sets with the most cadmium colors I've tried, as these are not often the first pick of colors to include in sets. They are fine colors, but they include a pigment with toxicity, they are expensive and fairly opaque. It was interesting to see that this set also features a real cerulean blue and a real viridian green. The brush that came with the set, though fairly small, works really well for details and finer work. I prefer to work with large brushes, but I definitely keep this one around for details or inking. To test the paints, I did like I usually do. I sketched a scene using a reference and proceeded to paint it out. The colors re-wet well and mixed really well too. The cadmiums are really intense colors, with the yellow lemon looking almost like a fluorescent color. I had no problem layering colors either. I looked a bit into Rembrandt while I was researching for this video. Here is some of the information I found. I'll skip all the marketing talk because it's often the same from one brand to another. Things like the highest degree of light fastness or the finest pigments don't really weigh much, since all professional brands make those claims and we know that these factors vary depending on the pigment itself. There's also the personal taste factor to take into consideration, as people are likely to prefer different things. Anyway, the paints. Royal Talens offer 80 colors of Rembrandt watercolors, offered in pans, 5 and 20 milliliter tubes. It's been offering this range of paint for more than 100 years. And the paints are made in Holland. This is a great set, covering all the bases. I'd recommend it if, for you, it's important to have cadmium colors. I know some people are really attached to those. There are many new alternatives to cadmium colors that have a lesser impact on the environment, the health of people sensitive to those toxins, and our wallets. In my case, I haven't used cadmiums a lot because of the higher price tag. Don't get me wrong, if you get these paints as a gift, it's an awesome gift. Just be aware of the presence of cadmium in this set if that's something that weighs in your decision process. So what are your thoughts on cadmiums, cobalts, and other paints with a toxicity factor? Let me know in the comments below. Take care, bye bye.